Ever wondered what life was like a million years ago? It wasn't just about dinosaurs. That was a completely different era. We're talking about the Pleistocene epoch, a time when our own distant ancestors walked the earth. Forget your daily commute or what to watch on TV. Their daily grind was something else entirely, a raw, unfiltered struggle for survival. Picture a world that looks both familiar and alien. Vast grasslands stretched to the horizon, but the trees were different, the mountains sharper, and the animals were giants. Herds of woolly mammoths, their colossal tusks curving towards the sky, roamed the plains. Saber-toothed cats, with fangs like daggers, stalked through the tall grass, silent and deadly. Giant ground sloths, bigger than modern bears, lazily stripped leaves from trees. This was the world our ancestors, early hominins like Homo erectus, had to navigate. They weren't at the top of the food chain, not by a long shot. Every single day was a calculated risk. Leaving the safety of a cave or a rock shelter meant entering a world of predators. A rustle in the bushes wasn't a squirrel. It could be a dire wolf or a short-faced bear, an absolute behemoth that would make a grizzly look small. Survival depended on keen senses, group cooperation, and a deep, instinctual understanding of the environment. So, what was on the menu? You couldn't just pop down to the shops. Our ancestors were hunter-gatherers. The gathering part was arguably the most reliable. Women, men, and even children would search for edible plants, roots, berries, nuts, and insects. They had to be expert botanists, knowing which plants were nutritious and which were poisonous. A single mistake could be fatal. This knowledge wasn't written down. It was passed from generation to generation through observation and oral tradition. Then there was the hunting part. This was the high-risk, high-reward activity. Hunting a mammoth or a giant bison wasn't a job for one person. It required a team, a plan, and immense courage. They didn't have high-powered rifles. They had stone-tipped spears and clubs. They would use the landscape to their advantage, trying to drive animals into bogs or off cliffs. A successful hunt meant a feast for the entire group, providing vital protein and fat. But a failed hunt could mean injury, death, and starvation. Fire was their game-changer. Imagine the first time our ancestors managed to control fire. It was probably a gift from nature at first, a lightning strike setting a tree ablaze. Learning to harness it, to create it at will, was one of the most significant leaps in human history. Fire provided warmth against the biting cold of the ice ages. It kept nocturnal predators at bay, turning a dark, terrifying night into a secure communal space, and it revolutionized their diet. Cooking food made it easier to digest and unlocked more nutrients. It also killed harmful bacteria, making a wider range of foods safe to eat. The hearth became the center of social life. Around the crackling flames, they would share food, mend tools, and communicate. It was here, in the flickering firelight, that the bonds of community, language, and culture were forged. Their tools might seem simple to us, but they were marvels of ingenuity. A Paleolithic toolkit was a testament to their intelligence. They would carefully select stones like flint, chert, or obsidian, and with incredible skill, chip away at them to create sharp edges. This process, called knapping, produced hand axes for butchering animals and chopping wood, sharp flakes for cutting meat and scraping hides, and spear points for hunting. Each tool was crafted for a specific purpose. Holding one of these ancient hand axes, you can almost feel the connection to the person who made it, a mind working to solve the problems of their world. Life was short and brutal. A simple broken bone could be a death sentence. A tooth infection could be fatal. The average life expectancy was incredibly low, maybe only 30 years or so. Many children wouldn't survive past infancy. They faced constant threats from predators, disease, injury, and starvation. Every day was a testament to their resilience. But it wasn't all just grim survival. We have evidence that these early humans had a rich inner world. They created art. In caves across the world, they painted stunning images of the animals they lived with, the hunts they undertook. These weren't just simple doodles. They were powerful, evocative works of art, deep within the earth, sometimes in places that were incredibly difficult to access. Why did they do it? Were they spiritual rituals, hunting magic, or were they simply telling stories, recording their lives for a future they could only imagine? They also cared for each other. Fossil evidence shows skeletons of individuals who had debilitating injuries but lived for years afterward. This means they weren't abandoned. Their group must have fed them, protected them, and cared for them. This compassion, this social bond, was perhaps their greatest survival tool. It was the us against the world. Their world was also one of dramatic climate change. The Pleistocene was an ice age. Massive glaciers advanced and retreated, completely reshaping the landscape. Sea levels rose and fell. Our ancestors had to be adaptable, migrating over vast distances to follow the herds and find new resources as their environment changed around them. This constant pressure to adapt is what drove our evolution, making us the clever, resilient, and resourceful species we are today. So, when you think about life a million years ago, don't just picture primitive cavemen. Picture intelligent, adaptable people living in a world of giants and ice. They were pioneers who faced unimaginable challenges every single day. They were innovators who mastered fire and tools. They were artists, storytellers, and a community that cared for its members. The struggles they endured, the lessons they learned, are literally written into our DNA. We are the descendants of the ultimate survivors. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back in time. It's a humbling reminder of where we come from. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more incredible stories from our past, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what ancient topic you'd like to see next. Until then, stay curious.